These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hi there, I'm Nohe Graf with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. Searching for answers and a suspect. Phoenix investigators are trying to figure out why a Valley food truck vendor was stabbed to death over the weekend. Officials say it happened near 35th Avenue and Van Buren on Saturday night, right as the man was closing down for the night. No arrests have been made, so if you know anything, if you were in the area or maybe even recognize the food truck, you are asked to contact Silent Witness. 1 week from today, a final goodbye for a fallen Marine. Sergeant Alec Langan was among 5 soldiers killed during a helicopter training exercise earlier this month. His family now tells us Langan will be brought home to Arizona this week, and a memorial service is planned for him next Monday here in Phoenix. Listening to Arizona farmers as water cuts go into place. The goal here? To stop Arizona from running dry. Farmers in southern Arizona do tell us most rely on groundwater, especially as water cuts from the Colorado River go into place. For most of Arizona, groundwater use is unregulated, but that depends on where you are. There are active management areas, also known as AMAs, outside of many Arizona cities, and in those areas, groundwater limits are imposed.
The gradual ratcheting down of our water allotments has been dictated to us by the state. Every 5 years or so, we get a minuscule cutback.
And authorities tell us their goal here with AMAs is to balance what farmers need now with the water growing cities will need down the road. In just 6 days, Republican presidential candidates Nikki Haley and Donald Trump will face off in the South Carolina primary. But a lot of people have been wondering this year, what happens if a candidate can't run after securing the nomination, maybe due to health or legal reasons? Our Joe St. George is taking a look at the what-if scenarios.
2024 continues to look like it will be a rematch between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. The first rematch for the White House since President Dwight Eisenhower battled Adlai Stevenson in both 1952 and 56. But many Americans still don't believe that come November, those will be the choices. A new poll from Monmouth University found 48% of respondents believing Biden is very likely or somewhat likely to be replaced as the Democratic nominee. In the same poll, 32% thought Trump would be replaced. The reasons cited vary. For some, it's ongoing legal issues. For others, it is age. So how do you replace a nominee after the primaries? Option number 1, political conventions. Political conventions in recent years have become scripted, made-for-TV events. They didn't used to be that way. For decades, political conventions were where nominees were actually picked. If Trump or Biden is unable to be the nominee after the primaries or steps aside, delegates at the convention would then likely be free to vote for whomever they want. The Republican convention is in July in Milwaukee. The Democratic convention is in Chicago in August. Option number 2 to replace a nominee. Party leaders choose. If the conventions have already happened, but it's not yet Election Day, well, it just got complicated. Democrats have rules, though, that say the Democratic National Committee would make the new pick after talking with governors and members of Congress. Republican rules say a new convention could be called, or party leadership could pick. Both parties would be racing against the clock, though, since some states start voting for president in late September. Just because you are the vice presidential nominee for president doesn't automatically make you the presidential nominee. To be clear, Democratic and Republican campaign officials continue to stress to Scripps News that Trump and Biden will be the 2 major presidential candidates in November. No replacing will happen, but for some reason, many Americans still doubt that. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. Temperatures end up near 80 today after warming through the weekend. Today will be even warmer than yesterday with that high up to 79 degrees in Phoenix, 50s to 60s across northern Arizona. We start off with clear skies, but clouds will increase by this afternoon. Don't look for any rain, though. We'll see dry today. These clouds are just moving in ahead of a storm system that will eventually move in by the middle of the week. But today looks dry. Tomorrow looks partly cloudy and dry. And then by Wednesday, we'll start to see a very slight chance for showers out west before that chance chance works its way into the valley. Breezes will pick up Wednesday too, and temperatures will drop. So first, we're getting warmer. Today, 79. Tomorrow, we could reach 81. In the high country, look for highs in the 50s these next couple days. But then a rain-snow mix on Wednesday with cooler temperatures. And here in the valley, a very slight chance of a shower. Near normal highs on Wednesday before we kick off another warm-up. And then we're back into the 80s by next Saturday before another storm that could bring rain chances back Sunday and early next week.
Be sure to check back for another update from us tonight. And until then, you can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, and traffic on ABC15.com, or we made it easy to check on the go with our ABC15 app. Make it a great day.